dish we're going to be doing is a really simple sort of festive salad. You can use pretty much anything in this salad. It's quite forgiving. Some of the stuff I've got is which will be knocking around Christmas. So we've got some chestnuts, some cranberries. I've got some blue cheese here. So we've got some really nice flavours that are going on. Obviously, again, star of the show is going to be the venison. We're going to use venison loin here. It is a bit extravagant for a salad, but it's Christmas, it's festive, and it's perfect. We're going to just sear this off. I'm just going to put some oil onto the meat and then place into the pan, making sure we haven't got too much oil in the pan so it doesn't spit out everywhere.
So this fallow deer is from Monmouthshire, Simon, just a few miles down the road. How important is it to you to use local produce?
Local produce is, you know, I think Wales has got so much to offer. I grew up in Pembrokeshire, Tenby, so I grew up on fresh sea bass, fresh mackerel, fresh crab. So it was just a given for me to have such great Welsh produce on your doorstep. We've got some of the best farmers around with some of the best lands that just produce these great animals. And the welfare of the animals is great, what they feed on is great. So we've got unbelievable amounts of resources to get this great produce through, even from, you know, Welsh rapeseed oil, the chutneys that are coming out. We've used some of the great Welsh cheeses. Today we're going to use Pearl Lass. We use North Wales chicken, we use Welsh lamb. So sustainability in Welsh produce, we need to keep going. And something in the Celtic, we are, you know, a figurehead of Wales, and we want to pride ourselves on using Welsh produce. Personally, myself, I've been in the culinary team, Welsh culinary team, and representing Wales, cooking something that is Welsh just adds to the romance of cooking. So the venison sealing now, we really want this crispiness on the top, so that gives it a nice caramelization. Sear both sides, and this only needs 4 to 5 minutes in the oven. What we're going to do, we're just going to add a tiny little bit of garlic, a little bit more oil. The garlic is just to give it a subtle little flavour, a little bit of salt, and then black pepper. If you want, you can put juniper berries into your pepper mill with the black pepper. That comes out really, really well. And then we're going to put this in the oven for about 4 to 5 minutes. If you cook it for 4 to 5 minutes, I recommend resting it for 4 to 5 minutes, just so we're going to cook this lovely piece of meat. It's going to get this intense heat to it. We're just going to let it then settle, all the juices settle back into the meat. So when we cut it, it isn't tense and tight and they all drip out away. They're all going to be nice together, and then we get this really succulent texture. So we've got the venison cooking in the oven now. That's going to be in there now for about 4 to 5 minutes. So while that's cooking, we're going to make the salad cream. We've got 2 whole eggs. We've got some boiling water here, just cooking away. If you can just keep it just under a boil, that's better so it doesn't curdle the eggs. We got some white wine vinegar. We've got some English mustard powder. Again, recipes will be available. And we got some flour. And finally, we got some sugar to cancel out all that sourness. Really simple to do. We're just going to whisk it, and this is going to make our lovely traditional salad cream. The eggs are going to cook out. The flour is going to bind it. And then once it starts thickening, we've just got this cream, which will just make that lovely luxurious dressing for us. It will take a little bit, but you will see it will kind of get to like a sort of custardy consistency is what we're looking for. If you're not a salad cream fan, you can do something like hollandaise would be good for this as well. And again, it's just an idea of making something in advance. If you've cooked some loin and you've got it a bit left over, you can cut it up cold the next day. If you've got some of the sausages from one of the other recipes that are cooked, this can be cut through it. And then you've got this lovely luxurious salad cream at the bottom. So you don't want the eggs to go too hot because they'll just curdle. So when you start seeing them come, the bubbles, and it start thickening, just pull it off for a little bit and allow it to cool. back on, and pull it off. So as you can see, that's just thickening up now. So what we're going to do is just add our cream, okay? The cream will cool it down as well. Again, up to you how much cream you want in, if you want it thicker or thinner. And just whisk that in till you get the right consistency. Again, it's down to your own preferences. If you want it sour, put more vinegar. If you want it more punchy, put more mustard. Some people can put chives in it. You can put a horseradish through it. You can put truffle salad cream. But once you've got that basic salad cream, you can keep it in the fridge and come back to it. So I'm quite happy with that. It's sort of custardy consistency. Again, this is quite hot now, so once it cools, you're going to get it thicker again. And for me, I just want it to be able to hold on the bottom of the plate. I don't want it too thick and I don't want it too thin. So that's our salad cream ready to go. Okay, so we've now got the venison out of the oven. We're just going to let that rest. And we're going to start making our salad. So we're going to go first with the dressing. I've got equal quantities of honey, Welsh honey obviously, some Savora mustard and some Dijon mustard. Savora mustard to me is fantastic. I'm not sure if many of you have tried it. It's sort of a pickled mustard and gives a really, really good base to a salad dressing. We've got rapeseed oil. Again, good glug of that into it. And then I use hazelnut oil. Really in keeping with the season. So a good bit of hazelnut oil. It is quite bitter, so be careful how much you put in. But once you get through the other ingredients that we're going to do, you'll see that it will all balance out. Emulsify that together so it all mixes in. And keep to the side. So for the salad, we've got some cranberries. We've just blanched these in some stock syrup, which is sugar and water, equal quantities. I've just put a little bit of orange and star anise in there. So this juice as well, make sure that gets put in. So you get lovely sweetness from these cranberries. Got some chestnuts. These ones, again, if you roast your own, that's great. These ones are just the vac-packed ones. Chop those through. Again, I'm not going to be fine dicing anything or, you know, making everything perfect. It's just going to be full of flavour, this salad. So we've got our chestnuts in. We've then got some endive leaves, which are quite bitter, but again, you can use whatever salad leaves you've got. We're going to use also some watercress and some pea shoots. If you've got rocket, whatever's knocking around, it's quite a flexible recipe. So they just get put in. I've got the purple ones as well. And again, these have got a really nice crunch and bitterness to it. You often see little canapes. If you've got anything left over from Christmas and you've got one of these, you can put diced turkey, bit of mayonnaise, put it in, and it's a really good bite-size dish. Got some blue cheese here, some Pearl Lass. So it's a really strong Welsh blue cheese. Really, really nice and creamy. You know, I may be a bit biased, but I would say one of the best blue cheese available.
What's it similar to, Simon?
Stilton's a bit stronger. So I would say it's a cross between a really strong Stilton and a Brie. But again, you can see the texture is much more creamier than your sort of crumbly Stilton. Then we've got an orange. The orange, we're just going to segment. So again, keeping all the festive flavours. If you've got mandarins knocking round, they'll be great. This can be, you can put some plums in here if you've got them. Again, just segment your orange through. And again, we don't want to waste anything for this. So we are going to squeeze the juice of the orange into it. Oranges can be done the day before as well. Apple will go well in this salad. And then squeeze all that juice so we're not wasting anything. Then finally, I've got some golden beetroot, which is quite earthy. We're just going to keep these rustic wedges. For this one, I've just roasted this as it is, put it into the oven, roasted it and cooked it down. Then we've got our normal purple beetroot. This one we've boiled up with vinegar and a bit of salt and sugar. So we're now going to plate up our salad. I've got the salad cream from before. Let's give it a good stir. Just let it find itself on the plate. Then all our lovely salad that we've got here. So you've got that lovely rich blue cheese, the sweetness of the cranberries, the earthiness of the beetroot, the really nice citrusy from the orange. Then we've got our venison, which we're just going to slice through. Cutting like butter through that now. So, really nice pieces of venison. This is the fallow, as we said. Then really got some nice peppery watercress, some pea shoots, and then finishing with the dressing. So there we have our fallow from Monmouthshire. You get this lovely, really succulent meat. Venison is great with salads as well. It's so soft, it's so got a great texture, and all these flavours will combine now and it will just bring it all. Again, it's not too difficult. I know the loin is at times more expensive, but what you get for it is well worth it. The dish here can be made a great Boxing Day, a great lunchtime dinner, and again, it can be adapted as you want. The venison that's left can be kept in the fridge and you can do it cold so you don't have to cook it fresh.